Okay, I'm gonna have to kind of start over here. Not really start over, but get back to where I was at. I was actually starting with the first card when I had to end the video the last time. So again, um, using the Lighting the Lantern spread out of the Tarot Almanac deck by Kim Huggins, and using the Eric C. Dune deck. The first position, I'm going to go over this again real quick, is what does this look like to me? What am I missing? What is keeping me in the dark? Where can I find the light? What will be eliminated? And how will I move forward from here? So anyway, in the first video, of course, I was getting a theme. I came up with the number 7, and there's a strong energy, I think, because at first what stands out to me is these 3 cards here and these 3 cards here. There's a lot of, and the word heart, instead of, the meanings of the 3 of Swords, jumped out at me. And I get a lot of, because the court cards are reversed here, and these are both kings and males. This is the King of Cups, and this is the King of Wands, and this is the Emperor, and they're all reversed. And with that number 7 connecting, I get, with the heart jumping out to me, what I really get there is lack of heart, lack of courage that seems to be going on. And I'm going to kind of assume this is an older person, probably with 2 court cards coming up. I'm going to say in their 40s, or, and usually that's what I get, is people about in their 40s. Either way, I'm kind of off from where I was at in the first video. Anyway, the inner turmoil, I have these 3 cards here are swords, and it jumped at me the first thing, the corners, and just like being the heart of matter. And the first card here is going to be where I was at here. Let me look. I'm looking it up in the book. Okay, what does this look like to me, or the person to me personally? Of course, because I'm doing the reading, but also the person that is getting the reading. It's the King of Wands reversed, and what I really get with this King of Wands reversed, what's standing out to me, there's a little white thing that's on the card here, and I'm not quite getting a clear message of why that's standing out just at this moment. But what I have with this guy is he's not looking to succeed. The King of Wands is somebody who's very, very entrepreneurial type person. He's a get up and go getter. He's out in the crowd. People like him. He's got a good energy and a very positive energy. He's able to take charge and be the father, so to speak, over everybody that works with him or anything like that. In this situation here, because of what I'm picking up here, this is telling me, one, that maybe there's a lot of talk about what I'm going to do and what I want to do, but it doesn't really seem that it's really within your heart to really do what needs to be done. There's a desire, I think, to be where you want to be and be on top with it, but the thing is, it's going to take effort, and this is about effort, and this is somebody who wants to be there without having to do the work to get there. And one, you have to look at the people around you and learn a lot from the people around you also. When this comes up, trying to be too forceful with it, trying to force it to happen, especially I was saying this is a number 7. This is going to be more of a spiritual type thing. You can't really you can't force it to happen when you want to happen. You have to let it happen, but the thing that you have to do is you have to take effort. You have to step out and take effort, because this is telling me that you're not doing anything about it. You're talking about it as if, especially with these central cards being sword, and this is about air and thoughts and communication and so forth. You're thinking about it a whole lot, but you're not actually taking the action. And I think you probably see that. This is something I really want to do, and there's a lot of inner emotion and upset over the entire situation, but you're not taking the actions to do what you need to do, and you know this. And that tells me a whole lot right there. So, what is again? This guy's successful. He's all about success. He's all about being the entrepreneur and the guy that gets out there and makes it happen. Putting himself out there, and the reason he can put himself out there is because he has the confidence. He feels good about himself, and this is telling me that there's issues, and especially I think there's a strong connection with this card right here. Of maybe there's been a situation or something in the past that maybe that's been hanging on to, of where maybe that you've been cut down or something like that, or somebody that was better or something in some situation or another, but it affected you emotionally, and it has a whole lot to do with the lacking of confidence here is what I'm picking up because of this top card here and what's going on. There is seems to be, I'm going to say honestly, get yourself, work on your own personal self, your self-esteem. Realize that you're important. If this is something that you really want to do, that you have to believe that you want to do it, and believe that you can succeed, because right at this moment, I don't think really in your heart you believe that you can succeed. You want to do it, but this card tells me that you're just, even though you have that desire to do it, you're not really taking the effort and make the steps that you need to do that. So, of course, you're going to need to take those steps. Now, the next card here is what's telling me. It says, "What am I missing?" And I said the first thing that came out that jumped out instead of any meanings or anything was the heart itself. And what am I missing? Heart. You're missing heart. You're missing courage. You have to stand up. You have to have that courage and stand up and get in there and do it, which tells me there's a confidence issue. Again, there's some, I get more kind of a self-esteem issue that goes on here. Just the fact that I think maybe you're worrying too much about, again, things in the past and so forth, and you're going to need some inner work on yourself, release a lot of the pains and stuff like that from your past, so that you can move on. You can feel more confident about who you are as a person. Because I have three male figures here, and these three male figures, no matter what the age may be, I don't care if they're 90 years old, there still shows a lack of responsibility, a lack of maturity that seems to go on here, and it's connected to, with what I feel, situations that's happened in the past. And also that may be going on within your life now. Also, it seems that it is still going on with your life, and I get that strongly because of this card here. And there needs to be time to really take time for yourself, meditate, take a break, work on your inner self is what this is telling me. And what comes jumping out right now is the fact that this is fire, and all these are air, and this is water. So elements wise, one, we got a lot of air and we got dual fire. But what we're missing here is the earth, and that earth, again, is an energy about responsibility. It's an energy about being grounded, being secure, and there's a whole lot of lack of security. And with these here, these three, two kings and this emperor over here is telling me, again, lack of responsibility. This seems to be an issue. So this is something you need to work on. Now, this third card right here is what's keeping me back in the dark. Well, exactly what I've just been talking about here. This emperor is reversed, and the emperor reversed wants to be in charge and wants to be in control. I'm not showing the cards here, but this is it reversed, and this guy here is not taking responsibility. He's not standing up and taking the responsibility that he needs to take. So again, it comes back to the same thing. Um, and I'm going to go ahead and move on from that. This is also somebody who does take a lot of control or wants to be in charge and uh, controls with an iron fist. They want to, and that deals with ego, and it could have a reflection also of things that have happened in the past. Maybe this is how you have seen and you perceived um, someone who's in charge to be, someone who has that iron fist and controls almost to a point of tyranny. They're in charge, and this is the way it is, and this is the way it's going to be. And that may be something that you learned in the past, and maybe you're trying to live up to that. Maybe there's been a negative father figure that an actual father or a negative father figure within your life that's caused a lot of these thoughts and these inner stirrings within yourself on how you're supposed to react and so forth. And again, that stems from a lot of not being personally unbalanced yourself. There's something that's out. Not that somebody's a bad person or anything like that in any way, shape, and form, because we all have our issues. Everybody's got their issues. Yes, some people have different issues than the next person does, no matter if they're a peasant on the street or a movie star. Everybody has their issues in life. We're all different and we're all unique, and this is what you need to understand, is that you are unique. There's something about you that's different, and if this is your passion in life, and this here saying there's a lacking of passion, but more of it, I think, seems to be more of that it's there. It's showing here in the spread that it's something that's desired, but you have to simply have that passion and break that pattern to get through that. So I'm going to go ahead to the Five of Swords, is this card right here, and that's going to be the number 4 card, and this is where can I find the light? Well, guess what I'm sitting here talking about is where you can find the light. There, I believe there is a point in your life, and this can go in both directions, where one, a need for courage to stand up against a bully, so to speak, and not doing it. This can be a kind of a coward situation or whatever, or somebody who has control or power, who is either smarter or better at doing something, has cut you down, and you let that, you've taken it to heart. You've allowed that to control your life and your self-esteem. So this is something, and on vice versa, in the reverse situation, this also can be somebody that who has done this. If you've personally done this to somebody, a false battle, this is kind of like me fighting a 6-year-old over something. They're not going to win, and I'm not going to get any cheers for beating a 6-year-old or something. There's a very false sense of security, or nobody wins in this type of situation. But when this comes up reverse, a lot of this is telling me, and what I'm seeing here is, in the card, the orange is standing out, and that orange is very good for me. It's showing that with this card reversed, there's, I think, an apology that needs to come. Either you need to give an apology, or an apology needs to come to you personally, I think, to help crack open this situation, because it's been taken so deeply to heart here that I think this is connected directly with what this number 2 card, which says, what are you missing? What you're missing, one is heart, and you have been cut down, I think, by somebody who it could have been a father or father figure, or somebody like that in your life, especially with all the male cards in here, in some certain way, and this has had an impact on your self-esteem, I really think, and because you've taken it so to heart, you've taken it very, very personally, and especially with a water card being on top of the spread, even though each spread has their positions, but it being on top almost highlights it for me, saying that there seems to be there's a strong emotional connection that goes on there. Okay, so anyway, the number 4 or 5 position is a 4 of swords. And this 4 of swords is in the position that says, what will be illuminated? Okay, this is where I can find the light, and this is what will be illuminated. Now, what I've just been talking about in this, what will be illuminated, I think this is a card about relaxation and meditation and inner peace. So what's being illuminated here is, one, if an apology or anything like that comes, or you need to give an apology, there's some situation in your life that you need to get over that you've taken to heart very, very strong. It's causing you a lot of heartache. It's causing you tears, a lot of pain, a lot of inner turmoil, mental turmoil that's going on. What needs to be done is it needs to be released here, and this is what's illuminated. This is showing that you need to rest your mind. You need to be able to let go of these things that are in the past, and a really good way of doing it is through meditations and working with yourself. Maybe you need to, some people, they need to take a break and take time out and so forth. And there are also, with a lot of swords here, you may have some medical issues that go on too, which also creates a problem too. I can understand with medical issues, it's going to bring a lot of a lack of energy, which is very understandable. And there needs to be some time for some rest. But the way this is going, I think a lot of this is on the more mental attitude. Spend some time meditating and becoming comfortable with who you are as a person, and loving yourself, and let go of any negative situations as much as possible. Even if you need some kind of therapy, if you need to talk to a psychiatrist or something, it's no big deal. Everybody has issues. So if that will help you out, I also would say meditation. And what's standing out here is the Mother Mary in the window here. Even if through a religious type outlet, if that's what works for you to be able to come to terms, to love yourself, again, or whatever, go ahead and use that. Get yourself connected and with groups that make you feel secure again, make you feel good inside. Okay, so the final top card here I have is the King of Cups, and that King of Cups is reversed, another reverse card, and that position right there is, how will I move forward from here? Okay, well, what this is telling me from where you're at right now, where you're going to go forward is nowhere really emotionally. And what stands out right now, looking at the card, there's a cup on there and it's reversed, and it makes me feel as if the way this one's made, if I can get in the camera, there's a little teeny cup or lip on the bottom of it, and then there's the big cup on the bottom, and it also makes me feel like you're holding the cup the way it's sitting right here, and you've got a little teeny cup. There's just a little bit of stuff that's in there, but yet you think there's a lot more to it than there is. Whereas in this situation here, there's a whole lot more. So you need to, there's very little emotional energy or drive I get with that. Again, a lacking of maturity and so forth. If this situation is not taken care of, of where you're going, if you don't, where you're headed in this direction with this current mental thought pattern, is basically nowhere. There's not. You need to. This guy's a lot about listening to your inner self, and somebody who listens, somebody who seems to they really like to counsel. This is saying lacking of counseling. So a religious group or meditation and stuff like that, this guy usually I get comes up with a psychiatrist or something like that. And this is saying if you do this, you're not going to need that. You need to basically, I think, get in touch, maybe open your heart chakra, work with your chakras. Get that heart area open. Learn to love yourself so you can love everybody else. This makes a big total difference in your self-esteem. But on this King of Cups here at the top, like I said, the cup stands out to me with that card, and seems to. I keep getting a drawing of cup, but again, what I was talking about with a psychiatrist and stuff, there's a lot of emotional issues that need to be released and let go of. When this guy comes up, you think about he's the psychiatrist, he listens and so forth. But these all being male figures for you personally. This specific energy, I think there's a lot of emotional stuff that needs to be taken care of with you personally before you can move on. So again, my recommendation, this card here is going to be saying, well, first, like I was at, I mean, if you're not caring for yourself, and this card shows up, or loving yourself as much, like I said, this is creating an issue. So you need to learn to love yourself and have love others and have compassion for other people. It's, be able to get control over your emotions and not take whatever the situation was so much to heart that it's completely stalling your life completely for your dreams and things that you want to do. So what I was saying, coming back to this card right here, I think where you're really going to find this, because let me see, the book says, I gotta open up again, but that position, the number 5 position, is what will be eliminated. And what will be eliminated? Okay, what will be eliminated, I think, with the entire thing is that you need a lot of inner work. And where can you find that? You have to look inward, look in yourself, take a rest, meditation, meditation, and I think to get involved with groups and stuff that you have that spiritual connection, because this is a number 7, and with me personally, I get a lot of stuff that deal with tarot because it's something that's big with me, or meditations, or any type of spiritual connection. So this is a very, very strong card to be highlighted here in this position that's shown. So I think if you take this right here, maybe this will help flip these. What you want to do is flip these around the other way. You want to be able to take responsibility. You want to take action, be the one in charge, especially work for yourself. If you want to do it, you got to take the responsibility to do it, and you have to be emotionally mature enough to do it. And the only way you're going to get there, or the way that you need to get there, according to this spread, is doing some meditation, doing some inner work on your inner self, get some self-esteem, and have that connected with groups, spiritual groups, religious groups, or whatever makes you feel whole and feel satisfied. So that's going to be my reading right now, as far as what you're looking at job-wise, and working for yourself and where things are going. I think these issues need to be taken care of, because where it's going with this emotional state and everything that you're in right now, it's not going anywhere. But this can be changed, and this can be changed for a very positive thing. I hope you appreciate, you like the reading. That's what I've come up with, and I thank you for asking me to do this reading.